As Donald Trump issues threats about taking over Greenland, yet again, a group of Senate Republicans publicly humiliated Trump by plotting to block any attempt he makes at the land grab. Think Trump is all-powerful? Think again. We have the details here on The David Reddish Show. Welcome, Occupy Democrats viewers. I'm David Reddish. Before we begin, another reminder that Occupy Democrats has spun me off to my own news series, and I need your help. Please follow the link in the description to subscribe to my channel. The faster our subscribership grows, the more YouTube recommends our videos to others, and the more we can help spread the truth about Donald Trump and his attempt at fascism. So please, subscribe now. All right, on to our breaking story. I'm loath to think of another time that Greenland, of all places, has so dominated the media. Donald Trump, of course, has renewed calls for the United States to take over the country, which is currently a territory controlled by Denmark. Public opposition, both in the United States and Greenland, to an American acquisition is strong. Nevertheless, emboldened by his kidnapping of Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro, last week, Trump renewed his push to conquer the country.
Well, we need Greenland for national security purposes. I've been told that for a long time, long before I even ran. I mean, people have been talking about it for a long time. You have approximately 45,000 people there. People really don't even know if Denmark has any legal right to it. But if they do, they should give it up because we need it for national security. That's for the free world.
And if that disgusts you, first of all, congratulations on having basic, decent taste. And stay tuned, because there is hope at the end of this story. Despite the public opposition, Trump met this week with envoys from Greenland and Denmark to make the case for the United States seizing control. And to be clear, the whole idea is ridiculous. Not only did the Danes refuse to sell the territory, but the United States basically already has free reign over Greenland, both militarily and in terms of resources, thanks to treaties put in place by other presidents. Other, much better presidents. It's a low bar. Still, this morning in a White House news conference in which Trump looked bored, appeared to doze off, and eventually walked out of early, the taco president said this.
Put a 25% tariff, which is, by the way, about 7 times more than they would have to pay by raising their drug, like 7 times. This wasn't like a little bit more, 7 times more. And I may do that for Greenland, too. I may put a tariff on countries if they don't go along with Greenland, because we need Greenland for national security. So I may do that. I'll give you a little, I'll take you out of that. In fact, that'll end up being the story. But actually, this is a much bigger story because we're reducing healthcare by numbers that you haven't seen. So
Again with the damn tariffs. I really wish the Supreme Court would hurry up and block Trump's tariff power. Not only would it be better for the economy and hardworking Americans, but it would help put a check on Trump's attempts at turning the United States into the Corleone family. Look it up if you don't get the reference. But, as I said at the outset of this segment, the good news is there is hope. Earlier today, a group of bipartisan senators met with Danish officials to discuss the issue of Greenland and to distance themselves, not to mention the American people, from the Trump administration. That included Democratic Senator Chris Coons and Republicans led by Lisa Murkowski. Take a look.
This is a 10-member bipartisan bicameral dialogue from the United States Senate and the United States House, and we are grateful for your hospitality, for 225 years of being a good and trusted ally and partner. We had a strong and robust dialogue about how we extend that into the future. We expressed our gratitude for the sacrifice of Danes who served and fought and died alongside Americans when we were attacked 25 years ago. We spoke about the value of NATO and the commitment to respecting the core principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, and self-determination. And we spoke with clarity about the importance that the people of Greenland make their decisions about their future. So it was a constructive and hopeful dialogue, and we look forward to continuing.
Important that it be recognized that when it comes to matters of relationships with our friends, with our allies, as we have here in Denmark, as we have in Greenland, that it is not a subject of Republicans versus Democrats. It is a recognition again, of a strong and a continuing relationship over decades. It is one that we need to nurture, as with all relationships. You need to nurture and take care of them, and you need to have constructive dialogue.
So you see, folks, there is hope. It's especially telling what Murkowski, who, if you're a regular viewer, you know is not a woman I have much affection for. It's telling that Murkowski stresses separation of powers there, and apparently also did so to reassure the Danes. But more importantly, Murkowski's remarks follow those of Republican Representative Don Bacon earlier this week, who vowed to impeach Trump should he make any move on Greenland. And given how angry the American people are over a host of issues from costs to ICE to Venezuela to Greenland, I expect Trump will be his taco self yet again. That's short for Trump always chickens out, if you recall. And there's another reason to hope here. Look, I'm not a fan of the Hitler analogy to Trump or to anyone else. It's overused to the point of diminishing returns. But with that said, Trump is looking more and more like Hitler in his final days, clearly in failing health, ranting incoherently, issuing ridiculous policies, and giving insane military orders like spreading his forces too thin across Russia or declaring war on the United States. Trump, like Hitler, appears to be decomposing mentally and physically, and he knows it. He knows he doesn't have much time before he can't do his job anymore or before Congress turns on him. And he's desperate, and Congress knows that. So remember to subscribe both to Occupy Democrats and The David Reddish Show to stay up to date. And if you need a bit of cheering up, go watch the film Downfall about Hitler's final days in the bunker. Just count the parallels. I'm David Reddish.